Hello everyone and welcome to, I was about to say welcome back, but you haven't seen this game before. Welcome to Robot Wars Arenas of Destruction. This is a game from 2001, I do believe, and I'm a big Robot Wars fan, at least of the classic series, which is series 1 to 7 and Extremes 1 and 2. And yeah, I'm a big Robot Wars fan, and this is one of the classic games. It was released, or at least the game seems to be based on the Robot Wars arena and structure of Series 4, because we do not have Refbot. Refbot is appearing in the game following this, which is Advanced Destruction? That might be the GBA release though. But I don't like that game as much as I do this one. So what do you do here? Well, as you can see, here is all of our options. We've got professional mode, which is your kind of campaign, I guess. You have free play, which is just like 1v1s. Vengeance battle, where you can just fight somebody, I think. Yeah, so this is like local multiplayer, or you can fight an AI, which is always nice to have. Yeah, so they're like quick 1v1s. I think free play therefore is free play is just fighting through one of the various arenas. Training ground is obviously for you to test your robot and learn the game. Robot trading is where you can buy and sell pre-built robots. Robot workshop is the most important thing for us because it's what allows you to build your robot, and I'll show you that. I'll show you that shortly because it really is the best thing about this game. The trophy room is where, well, obviously you can see all of your trophies. So these are all the trophies that I have unlocked so far. It goes through. Options is options, save is save, and logout is allowing you to go back and select a different save file. So the main thing that we're going to be looking at here, first of all, before I get into any of the combat, is Robot Workshop. Now the good thing about Robot Workshop is, here's my current bank account, £45,000, which is a pretty nice amount of money, and this is where you can edit a pre-built robot. You can edit a pre-existing robot that you have either bought or made. You can buy a pre-built robot from the many in the game, or you can make your own, and making your own is the most fun part, because here you go.
Hi there.
We've got to listen to her talking about this. She talks about it every single time. There's no way of skipping her or turning her off, unfortunately. But yeah, so it's essentially, you build a robot, you select one of these bodies, and then you can add a whole bunch of stuff on here. Look at all of these different bodies that you can choose from. Your wedge dome, box wedge, beveled wedge, all of these different things. And then once you've selected one and purchased it, there you go. You can select from all sorts of different drive, wheels, power. You've got your different drive motors. You can have either electric drive, or you can have engines. There you go. You've got all sorts of different types of weapons, reciprocating. You've got your flippers, you've got your swinging axes, you've got your continuous saw blades, and flamethrower even, which was not in the, and still isn't in the Robot Wars allowance. You're not allowed to have a flamethrower according to Robot Wars rules, so yeah, sorry if you want that. And then all of your different types of armor, including the best armor, which is titanium. But the most fun thing about this is that you can go to the scrapyard and you have a chance of finding all of these really expensive weapons. There you go, like this carbon steel cutting saw, which would normally be 4,500 credits or something, but here in the scrapyard, it doesn't lose any, durability or attack or anything. It just becomes cheaper. So the scrapyard is really the best way, and the scrapyard is really the best way of getting all the things you could possibly need for your robot. And the scrapyard resets every time you come out. As you can see, there you go. The carbon steel cutting saw isn't there. We've got titanium armor here now, which is actually not discounted, unfortunately, this time around. But yeah, you can really quickly reload the scrapyard. I don't want that drive, for example. We come back in here, don't want that drive. You can very, very quickly reload your. You can very quickly reload everything, which is really nice. But we're not looking to build a robot today because I have already built various robots. Instead, what we're going to do is we are going to enter professional mode, and we are going to come to London, England, and we're going to compete in the Robot Wars Championship. It costs nothing to get in, and we get 2k if we win. We can only have a maximum of up to a heavyweight, which at the time this was the heavyweight allowance. The heavyweight allowance later went up to I think 80 kilograms, and then it went up to 100 kilograms for the later series. I can't remember if the reboot also has a 100 kilogram allowance, but either way, at this current time, this was considered the maximum heavyweight you could have. So yeah, I don't have that many robots here. Here's the robot that I first built, which is called Punch Axe, namely because it has an axe which punches and a saw blade which is not currently in the name. I also have Disco, which just has two heavy. It has two heavy flywheels, because they do excellent damage, and it also has tracks, and all of these guys have titanium, but unfortunately it does weigh 110 kilograms, which is super heavyweight, so we can't use that. Doom Wheel is just a funny thing with just a single smaller flywheel and some pointy spikes at the back. And then we have my friend Flip Disc, which we are going to enter into the Robot Wars tournament with its heavy flywheel at the back and its forward flipper at the front. And yeah, this is the layout of the Robot Wars Championship at this time. It is a three-way melee. One person gets eliminated. It goes onto a 1v1 and it continues up that way. So we are in, well, Heat A by the looks of it, round 1. And here is the Robot Wars arena. We have all 4 house robots, which is not something they had later on in the series. They only had 2 house robots typically in the arena. I think that was so that they can constantly have 2 house robots ready to go. They can charge the batteries between each fight. But yeah, we do have Jonathan Pierce. He will be narrating for us. He does get a bit annoying in terms of his commentary, but you know, that's to be expected. And let's get into this then.
They better mind the arena wall flamers. They can be very, very dangerous. The arena flipper comes into play when a robot's immobilized. A bit of extra insult to injury to be flipped around the arena. That's the pit. Don't want to be going in there too soon. They've got to look out for the blasts of fire from those flame grills. They can do a surprising amount of damage. You don't want to get too close to the corner patrol zones. Once you're in there, it's more pain than you can handle.
So, yeah, okay. So CPZs are the things in the corner where the house robots are. And later series would see the pit having a tyre on the edge that you can actually hit to do something. In order to hit and descend the pit early. But here at least the pit just goes down when it reaches, I think, 2 minutes into the fight. Oh, cool. He just flipped him over. I just accidentally flipped him back over again. That's not good. So there's a couple of ways of winning. One of them is dealing enough damage to the robot to cause it to be immobilized. The other one is flipping it over and having it immobilized for 30 seconds. The other one is flipping them out of the arena or into the pit. And we're going to try and flip over this guy with the chainsaw because I think he's the easiest one to be flipping him over. And there he goes. And yeah, as you see there, you can lose weapons, and when that happens, it's really annoying. But so Killalot is dealing with this guy for us very handily, which means all we have to do is stay out of danger. Yeah, I think so Killalot just killed the other guy. Yeah, there you go. That's Jonathan's cue to say that the robot is dead, which is unfortunate for him at least. But I think this chainsaw robot, the robot with the chainsaw, is the easiest one to take out of the 2 of them actually. So you know, it's fine. Buzz, there he is, so named because of the chainsaw. So the other way of winning, if you don't manage to eliminate the robot within 3 minutes, is the judges. Unfortunately, the judges in this game are not terribly smart. As you can see, here is the judges base their decision on 4 characteristics: damage, control, style, and aggression. Damage is self-explanatory. Aggression is how much the robot attacks and how much it gets attacked. Style is how flamboyant they are, I think, and control is how well they control their robot. If they avoid driving into hazards, if they can escape attacks, if they don't drive into the CPZ, things like that. Now, do you reckon that I performed better than Buzz in this battle? Because here is Buzz's judge's decision. And then we have a look at my judge's decision. I was apparently not very aggressive, I had terrible style and absolutely no control whatsoever. Apparently though, Alley Cat, who was basically gripped by Sir Kill-A-Lot for most of that, apparently was pretty aggressive and had incredible style. I don't know whether it's a me problem, but the results never seem to go in my favour when it comes to the judges, which, yeah, I just don't understand how the judges work, which is why I never rely on the judges to win. I always try and pit my opponent or damage them enough to kill them or flip them over. So here is the pit screen. You get 20 minutes between each bout in order to repair your robot as much as you can. You won't always have enough time depending on how much damage you've taken. And we can repair our armor, which is 9% damaged. We can repair our weapons, which is 4% damaged. Our drive is not damaged. Our power is not damaged. Our locomotion also isn't damaged. Neither is our chassis, which is fine. We can go straight on. We've still got 18.5 minutes. We can go and get ourselves a cup of tea, I reckon, before coming back in to, well, Heat A round 2, which is me versus Buzz, and Buzz shouldn't be too much of an issue to deal with, I don't think. We can flip him over pretty easily. I think these cone-shaped chassis are not exactly the most stable. In fact, there he goes. And he does technically have a Shremek on him, which stands for Self-Righting Mechanism, which is this little flicking thing that he has flicking around. In real Robot Wars, Shremeks are incredibly important for issues such as this. In this game though, they absolutely never work. So all we have to do is sit here for 30 seconds until he flips until he remains flipped. Never mind, he unflipped himself, we can't have that. There you go. He's pushed himself to the edge of the arena, which is annoying for us, unfortunately, but if we can flip him over, there you go. He's up against the spike again. Let's flip him back over. Try and get him out the arena. Not quite. We really want him out. We really want him out. But he's not going. Okay. He's flipped again. See, in real Robot Wars, all of this flipping I'm doing at this guy would count really well to the judges, because this guy has not spent any of his time on his wheels. But there you go. Matilda's flipped him again. Okay. Never mind. Okay, he's lost all of his armor. We'll go in again for a flip. Nice flipping of him. And he is stuck upside down again. Yeah, you see, his Shremek is actually kind of working for him, which is annoying for us. We can flip him again though. Down goes the pit. If nothing else, we can at least pit him. Push him into Matilda, I suppose. Come on, go down. Okay, there's the arena floor flipper. We'll flip him over again. I think we'll just have to flywheel him to death unless we can push him. Push, push, push. Push him into bash. There you go, and he's dead. In comes Sir Kill-A-Lot. Okay. Well, we weren't able to immobilize him from flipping him, but we can at least finish him off with enough damage, and we can pit ourselves just to make this go quicker. There you go. We eliminated him at about 2 minutes 30. which is a bit late, but there you go. Aggression, style, you know, he was apparently pretty good. The judges, though, judges thought I was absolutely terrible. The judges thought I was really not aggressive whatsoever, and I had absolutely no style. Don't trust the judges in Arenas of Destruction. That's kind of what we're learning here. And we didn't suffer that much damage, thankfully. Flip Disc, out of all of my robots actually, Flip Disc seems to suffer the least amount of damage in terms of armor and weapons. So we're here into the quarter-final. It's me versus Robotica, is one of the 4 rounds. There's only 8 robots left in the competition. Here's this guy, he's got Kevlar. Doesn't really matter to us. The flipper will work well enough on him either way.
Activate. In comes the
Here we go. Get it to his side. We want to try and avoid his axe, but come on. Get him side on. Nope. Push him into Matilda. There you go. And the flywheel also did a bit of damage to him. Come on. Ah, he's too quick, but he's driven onto the flamethrower himself. Yep. Yep. Use the flywheel. Okay. He's pretty mobile, he's pretty maneuverable, which makes it a bit difficult to get my flipper under him. And he is using the best weapons in terms of the best saw blade and the best axe. Shunt, maybe? No. Get around him, get around him. Flip, flip. Yeah, not quite. Oh, I almost flipped myself driving into the arena wall. Yeah, that was a good hit from the flywheel. Come on, no. Nice hit there from the flywheel. Come on. Yeah, he drove into shunt a bit there. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, we broke off his axe, but we also did enough damage to him to finish him. So, unfortunate, not able to flip him, but drive into him a little bit. Not really worth it, but back into the pit. There you go. And we qualified to continue. Very nice. So there he goes. Yeah, he was apparently pretty aggressive and had pretty good style. I was not, apparently. And that isn't due to me driving into the pit. I actually suffered quite a bit of armor damage there, so good thing we have plenty of time. Oh, and a lot of chassis damage actually from me crashing into him, I think, all the time trying to flip him. But we still have 12 minutes. We were hardly worried. Semi-final now. Me versus the Axe Master. He sounds pretty scary. There he is. He's got another scythe blade, but he doesn't have the rear diamond cutting saw.
3,
So
2, 1. Activate.
He's actually a worse opponent as a result because he doesn't have anything other than his axe blade. Not able to flip. Come on, flip him. Yes! There you go. He did some damage to our armor there, but he's flipped. He doesn't have a Shremek. He's not going to be able to get out of here. I could try and push him into Matilda again, but he's driving himself into the flamethrowers. So the flamethrower will deal some more damage to him. Oh, and he's dead already. Nice. That was a very quick knockout, and I'll take it. Matilda's going on him. Yep. Matilda's also getting absolutely destroyed by the flamethrower. Oh, there goes his axe. Nice. And there you go. Our path to the grand final is open. Yeah, he didn't actually do that much damage or have that much control, which means finally a judge's decision has gone my way. You know, I still had absolutely no style and aggression, but I did have a little bit of control. I mispronounced all of that. But here we go, we're through into the final. I'm just so excited, that's why I can't speak properly. There you go, make sure that everything is repaired. We're as best as we can. We have 17 minutes left on the clock. And who are we up against? The Light Fantastic, which I imagine is a lightweight robot. There he is. He's got a little... He's got, what's that? Aluminium armor? And he's got a little pickaxe. And he's also a cylindrical robot, so... Or a...
Activate. In comes the
he's one of these robots which... Matilda, get away. Flip him. No, he unflipped himself. Oh, there goes his axe. Yep, he's over. There's nothing he can do now. He's done. There's no way he can flip himself back over. Yep, absolutely nothing he can do. He's in the CPZ with Matilda. Matilda's going to chainsaw him a bunch. He's also flipped over. Yeah, there you go. They can't right themselves, and that's it. I'm going to stay on the flipper, and we can have a little flip. Whoa! That was actually an incredibly long throw. That's not normally what happens. But there you go. That was an anticlimactic grand final, but we can come and attack Matilda at least. There you go.
After a climactic final, one robot remains standing.
Hurrah!
Bad luck to our losers,
yeah, he did absolutely nothing. He instantly lost his axe and was flipped over. So yeah, there you go. Success in the Robot Wars Championship. Save the game. Why not? And there we go, I get yet another trophy of the Robot Wars Championship. And that is the basic gameplay loop. You go along, you win one of the modes, one of the arenas rather, you get a bit of money, and you continue onwards. There is a bunch of different arenas, which I will show you here quickly in free play mode. So, we have obviously the Robot Wars TV studio. We have a military base in Siberia, we have a rooftop in Japan, we have a scrapyard in Sao Paulo, Brazil, we have a dockyard in Germany, steelworks in New York, and an oil rig in the North Sea. So those are your 8 different arenas. There are different events take place on each of them, which have got different rewards and different entry fees and different stipulations. Like one of them can only be used with flippers, another one can only be used with lightweight robots, and things like that. So yeah, that is the basic gameplay of this game, and you know, it's pretty decent. There's some pretty decent little arenas in here. The Japanese rooftop is kind of fun. We'll turn off the house robots. Why not? Have a nice simple 1v1, and we'll go with this one because it's my super heavyweight. So we'll just have one little fight here against Diotur. That could have been worse, but you know.
Otherwise you might be dropping in on someone unexpectedly.
Listen to Jonathan talk about all of this.
The fans can blow you upwards if they have enough power, so be careful, otherwise you might end up a floating duck. The sides of the building make a great place to push robots off. Be wary though, or you may end up as Street Pizza yourself. The generators are brimming with electricity to power all that neon. They can give you a nasty shock if you get too close.
So, we're fighting Diotur. They are an actual robot from Robot Wars, because there are some robots in this game from the actual series. And yeah, the thing about this arena is that you can knock people off. You can knock people off of the edges, which is what I'll try and do with Diotur, I think. Or you can smash the skylight. Oh, Diotur, what are you doing? Okay, he's fine. So yeah, you can either knock people off, or you can smash the skylight and let them fall through, or you can have them flipped over with the fans. Ooh, okay. Take that, Diotur. There you go, we're dealing decent damage to him. He's not doing that much damage to us, although he is flipping us, which is kind of scary. We are incredibly heavy though. Oh, flip, knock him off, knock him off, knock him off. Come on, Diotur, get off the edge. No, I don't want to go off the edge. Come on.
Looking like there's some damage, but not much. And the impact causing some real damage this time.
Come on, my flywheels aren't the best choice of weapon to try and knock him off. No, there goes. There goes one of my flywheels. That's not good. Okay, that's why I have the rear spike.
Tremendous force behind that charge. You can see the huge dent.
Come on, Diotor.
Metal everywhere.
He's trying to flip me, but I think I'm just too big and heavy for him. No, there you go. Okay. Never mind. Okay, he's on the skylight. Unfortunately, the skylight isn't smashed. Push him off, push him off, push him off. Push him off. Oh, come on, there goes my spike, but we'll get him, we'll get him. Come on, traction. Yeah, there you go. Hooray, and now we can spin around on the skylight, and then we go down the skylight. There you go. So yeah, that's what happens when you smash the skylight, but we knocked Diotor off, and that's the most important thing. So there you go, we won. That was my main plan. Try and knock him off the edge, because that's kind of funny. But yeah, there you go. Diotor was not very aggressive, actually, but he had a whole bunch of style, apparently. What about me? What do the judges think? The judges think I also wasn't very aggressive, and I had even worse style, so it's a good thing we did knock him off. But yeah, so there you go. You can have a quick 1v1 in free play, or you can have a big... yeah, you can have like a big melee. You can really customize what you want to do. I think you can also fight the house robots as well if you want to just 1v1 like Shunt or something, which is fun. But yeah, so that is the basics of Arenas of Destruction. If you want to see a full playthrough of this or something like that, or you want to just see more videos on it, then you know, obviously let me know in the comments, and I can definitely facilitate that. For now though, I will thank you all for watching, and goodbye.